brings you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
From the old end of the line of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, that's where Atlanta was born. And there are train horns still remains in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it signals whenever it's time for football in the town once called Terminus.
Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one. Between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons.
Y'all can't talk about basic. We might more power.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going.
And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here.
And leading them, began his college career way back in 2018. Now entering the NFL as a second-round pick. It's Tyler Shuck.
What a story this guy already has to tell, Kate. 7 years at college, 42 starts, 3 different schools, and a multitude of injuries. But I'll tell you this, a lot of NFL teams were intrigued by his talent because he could run, he could throw, and when healthy, he could be a difference maker.
They'll run it for the first time with Audric Estime. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss, first play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know, what do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Finds his running back, Audric Estime. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This is Estime on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Shuck working from the gun. Hits him on the out route. He won't be able to add anything else onto the end of this catch, so it's going to be a completion to the 25. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Going to the ground again on first. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
The extra point, here's Smith. Troubles with the snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. On the return, here's D. Alford. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out, it's now in his 14th season, Brock. That's not bad for a fourth-rounder out of Michigan State back in 2012, huh? It is Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade it started in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's second down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Cousins, a quick throw, complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Falcon first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Man downfield, and he finds London. And he doesn't get the chance to add on to that play, but this still has him across the midfield stripe all the way down to the opposing 42. They got 21 yards on the play, and that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Connects on the crosser. He works it down to the 37. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Cousins to throw once again. Catch is made down the right sideline. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. Drake London with the touchdown. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together. But no doubt about it on that opening drive, Brock, he was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a third time for 6.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Chuck now from the gun. That's caught left side by Bailey. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Counter give, Estime. He's held it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Shuck. Dumped off to his running back. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Jump off caught by his back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Now a handoff for Estime. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Pistol snap here to Shuck. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Pressure coming, it's Shuck. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. Trying for it with Shuck. He's got it to his running back. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. The right call at the right time, Brock. Give him 9 and a successful conversion on 4.
1st down. A gain of 9 yards. And a safe.
That big 4th down call is how we close out our 1st quarter. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
The sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. They kick the running back in motion. Shuck to throw. Hits his running back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. To try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
3rd down, they need 7. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be Falcons football!
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down throw for Cousins. Finds him on the crossing route. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. 1st and 10. Cousins. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Man in motion out of the slot. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Another carry for Robinson. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Hauled in by Moore, left side. And that's going to be an 8-yard gain, it looks like, as it puts them in goal to go.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Here's Robinson. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Offense is getting closer, but 2 yards left to figure out. It's third and goal. Out of the gun, Cousins. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. So now they're left with fourth and goal.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
It's a designed run for him. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
Whether they were keyed on him expecting that run or in case of a throw, it worked either way for the defense. When the QB broke for the line, they broke with them, and they drug him down short of the sticks.
Here comes the Saints offense. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be 2 hands on the football as they return to the field. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's first and 10. On play action, here's Shuck. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Oh, boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They took their shot on fourth and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. We've set it downs from 37. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Completed over the middle. And he stopped just shy of that first down at the 28. Third down upcoming.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Third down, 1 yard to go. They sneak it with Cousins. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. 1, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me, and I think many, scratching our heads.
Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this. They'll run it with Robinson. And forget this first down. He's made as he got to the line. They're not going to get this. This is a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
And kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Motioning one of the tight ends. 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. It's caught left side by Hill. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. And not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. 2nd down now, they need 7. Motioning the tight end now. Shuck working from the gun. Right back to Hill. This is caught. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
There's no question, Kate, if the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage against good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Looks like the Falcons are opting for dime coverage for this 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. He drops it! Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Fields this clean at the 30. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. New set of downs for him from the 31. Cousins on 1st down. Complete over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Cousins out of the pistol here. Connects on the crosser. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. To the air, Cousins. Another one here to London. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Cousins throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. It's Cousins once more. Brought in close to the 8. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take the lead just before halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
14, Saints 7.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion.
Set to kick off.
From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. He dodged the tackle. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. It's an option right that begins this drive. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Had a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. Alford now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third.
All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Man in motion here. On the play fake, it's Cousins. It's his favorite target, that's London again. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. One is safe. They're in from the secondary, making that stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Now start this one on the ground with Estime. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Chuck now from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. Doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Chuck. Dump off, caught by his back. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage. Brock, 4th down coming up.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this will come from just inside his end zone. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Across the 45. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First and 10 now from the 46. They'll run it with Robinson from the pistol. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Staying with Robinson. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Saints come marching onto the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Chuck. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he will slide down just a little bit shy of getting that 1st down, but better to avoid the hit. Smart play there, and that's going to set up 2nd and 1 at most.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
2nd down, here's an option. And he'll get it up to the 27. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Estime. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying the air now. Here's Shot. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. That was Xavier Watts getting in there defensively.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
Falcons going nickel, 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He finds Bailey working downfield here. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That's good for a Saints 1st down. A gain of 26 yards. 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the pistol and give to Estime. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Off the play action, Chuck. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. All right, so in the end, it's a play for no gain, Brock, although we did have plenty of excitement along the way. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Near disaster a moment ago, but this drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throwing for the back of the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Jesse Bates in to pick it off.
You know, Kay, we worked long enough together. You know exactly what I was saying to our producer and Talk Pass. Circle that play. That could be the play we come back to when this game's all said and done and say it's a turning point play. You hate picks in the end zone, and you hate them in the second half.
The Falcons ready for their next possession. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Going right side, Robinson with it. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's the Falcons with the football. They're leading, but not by a ton. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. And the coverage team is there as he fields it. So almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They've got a man in motion. On play action, here's Shuck. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
18 yards on the play. And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
As long as
43
these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. Able to get it to Moreau. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Shotgun snap to Shuck. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Shuck with a quick toss out wide. And they bring him down around the 34.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, New Orleans.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's Estime up the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
A gain of 17.
Hey, these are the type of gains he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. And off to Hull from the gun. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Shuck working from the gun.
This is one of those plays, Kate, I could just hear defensive buzzwords. Pursuit, effort, run him down. Just a total effort defensively to knock that running back right out of bounds and put a negative yardage mark on the stat sheet.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. To throw, Shuck. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
So on 4th down, they bring him out for his most important kick of this game. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Carter on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Falcons and Kirk Cousins headed back out to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. Here's Robinson, start the drive. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Out of the gun, Cousins. Throw right side, caught by Mooney. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. Third down coming up.
12 yards on the play. Leads to third down and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. He has it on the QB sneak. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down. The Saints calling for a timeout. Their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've set it downs from 37. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. That one's complete, right side. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. Second and 10. Need something positive here. Design quarterback run here. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. The Saints call their third and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
He'll throw it. That's caught for the first. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
3 yards. And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons up by 4. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Line up the design keeper. Back to the line they come, second down. A run here with Robinson. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. He's drawn up for him. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.